Today we do need to go over the new Snipe filters for you guys. Apparently I'm a little bit late. I didn't get on the game until very late last night, so I missed that super packs for season 3 did drop with some decent odds, man. So we do need to go over the new updated Snipe filters for you guys. So let's get right to it. The first filter we're gonna go over is the countdown cheapest filter, man. We just switched it up mid-video. We just threw out that clip though. We're gonna re-record it. We were gonna do the gold countdown filter, but the prices are a little bit cheaper now than they were originally when I was going over the filter. So that makes countdown cheapest still better, man. So put your theme to countdown, raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest countdown cards on your console, which should be a sapphire, going for about 3,000 MT on Xbox, either sapphire. They're both similar pricing, man. So you want to scroll for sure with the cheapest sapphire up. However, if there's like 5 of them or too many to scroll through on your console, just put your maximum about 50 MT cheaper. Refresh here, man. You want to grab the golds. The golds are selling for 4,500 plus, the emeralds are selling for 4,500 plus, and the rubies are selling for about 4,000 MT, man. So what I suggest is, if a gold pops up for any price on the scroll you're working, buy them. If an emerald pops up for any price, buy it. If a ruby pops up for about 2,500 MT and below, go ahead and buy it. We did just snipe 2 as we were switching up the filter in the last clip, like I said, that we deleted. We sniped a ruby and an emerald for really cheap, so that was pretty darn nice. Refresh is chilling there for a few minutes, man. So nobody's on this filter, so you guys should be on it because it is still a very nice filter and you can make a lot of profit on it. And then obviously if a pink diamond or opal pops up on this filter, buy it as quick as possible because they obviously sell for way more. All right, the next filter we're going over did get nerfed as well, man. I'm hesitant to even put it in the video, so just monitor its pricing, guys, and see how it is. It's the Tis the Season cheapest filter, man. The price just dropped on this within the last 10 minutes. They were selling for about 1700, 1750 even. Now we got a ton of cards up for pretty darn cheap, man. 1,500 isn't too bad though, so we're gonna go ahead and drop it because they still pop up for 1,000 MT a lot, and I don't have many budget filters in the video today. So if you're looking for a budget filter, this could be a great option for you. You want to put your theme to Tis the Season. You're gonna scroll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Tis the Season card on your console, which, like I said, right now is selling for 1,400 MT on Xbox. You want to go ahead and scroll typically if you can, so that we have the highest chance to see any of the more expensive cards like the diamonds and pink diamonds and such. If any of those pop up on the scroll you're working, buy it as quick as possible. If any of these other cards, the emeralds, the golds, the sapphires, the rubies, pop up for 1,000 MT and below, go ahead and buy them as quick as possible and resell for profit. We did just snipe an emerald for 800 on here just a second ago, so I'll take the little bit of profit, man. This is for just people on a very, just starting off the game. This could be a good budget filter for you guys, so that way you can get up to 10k and start working diamond cheapest or something. The next filter we're gonna go over, I am very high on, man. It is the pink diamond southwest division filter. For this, you just want to put your color to pink diamond. You're gonna put your division to the southwest, and you're going to scroll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest card on your console, which on Xbox is Jamal Mashburn, selling for about 50,000 MT. On this filter, you got to be cautious though of cards like Jamal Mashburn. You want to grab him for plenty of profit, man, because on Xbox the market is very dry. It's hard to sell some of these cards that people don't want for their team. So Jamal Mashburn, he's going for 50. I would look to grab him if he pops up for 35,000 MT and below, only at the max, man, which is still good. You should still be able to snipe him, considering pink diamond cheapest price is like 32,000 MT. You've got a lot of great cards you can snipe on this filter. Michael Finley, you might want to grab him for like 40k max as well. He's another one that's going to be a little bit harder to sell. But you've got Yao Ming, Rudy Gay, Zion's on here, who's 60. So basically you're going to want to scroll on the cheapest Jamal Mashburn, which is at 50k. If any other card pops up besides Michael Finley, Jamal Mashburn, pick them up for 50,000 or whatever the scroll is you're working, and go ahead and resell them for profit Rudy Gay, David Robinson, Yao Ming. You also have cards that do sell for bid on this filter, which is absolutely huge. It makes this probably one of the better pink diamond filters to be working right now. Zach Randolph is on here. And then you have Mr. Wembenyama himself. Obviously, he's not a buyout. I'm just trying to see if there's any other buyout pink diamonds on this filter, which it does not look like there is. So we're going to go ahead and look at the scroll, man. We got Wemby, and I think there's one other. KP is on here, I believe. Oh, Hakeem is on here as well. He's a bid to pick up. Obviously, if you're sniping, Kyrie is a bid, but he ends for like 100. KP, I mean, this is just such a good filter. John Morant, Dirk is on here. There's actually quite a few, man. So if you're looking for a nice pink diamond filter that you want to work that has a little bit more potential than pink diamond cheapest, I would say, since you can put your maximum buyout at 50,000, this is the filter to be on, as well as the next one we're about to go over. But yeah, really good filter. Grab these cheap ones for about 35k and below if they pop up, the Finley, the Mashburn, and then if anybody else pops, pick them up and resell them for profit. Oh my gosh, that's a snipe right there, man. Let's go. Rondo for 35k is actually crucial. Huge snipe there, man. The next filter we're going over is this filter right here, man, the point guard pink diamond filter. For this, you want to put your position to point guard, put your color to pink diamond, and you're going to raise your maximum buyout up as high as you can to be on a decent scroll. Oh my gosh, what's going on with this filter? A Shea for 35k is absolutely crazy, and that's why this is, jeez, first time we sniped Shea and the first time we sniped a bid pink diamond in a while. Low-key, man, I will take it for 35,000. Huge for the snipe filter video. So you want to scroll this maximum buyout up as high as you can, so that way you're still on a decent scroll. As you see here, we're able to keep raising this up. I had it at 79,000 earlier. People have thrown up a few more Kembas since then, so really we want to put our buyout below these two right here. 64,200 is what I would be working, so that way you have the highest chance to see any of the more expensive cards, as well as not being on too much of a scroll. I can't even speak after that Shea snipe, man. That was crazy. So you're gonna refresh on here. You need to know the you need to know the market of these cards, of who's a snipe, who's not a snipe, what prices to grab them. Really, Kemba is like he's like very much cheaper than most of the other cards on here, which is a good thing. So if you're scrolling on this Kemba, you see he's going for 50,000. You want to look to grab him for about 35,000 MT and below, just like we talked about on the Southwest Division filter. 35,000 and below are basically 15,000 cheaper than whatever the cheapest one is you're scrolling on your console. And then you're gonna pick up any of these more expensive cards, which who's the next cheapest? I'm trying to remember. I just went over all this 10 minutes ago, but I've already forgot. So Chauncey Billups for 80. You want to grab him if he pops up on the scroll. Darius Garland for 80. Those are the next two cheapest cards. So basically, if anybody besides Kemba pops up for the scroll you're working, you can literally pick them up, and that's profit even at 62,000 like we were just working. Then you also have some other good cards on here. De'Aaron Fox probably sells for 100. You got Magic. Dame probably ends for 100. Shea obviously is a pickup at any price point. So you have a lot of good options. Jason Terry actually has a bid on him. It's crazy. Curry is still a snipe. Gary Payton still about 100k. Lots of great options on here. Cade, LaMelo, man. So D-Book, spend some time on this filter as well. You can end up making a lot of profit. As you just saw, in 5 refreshes we made an insane amount of profit, man. So I'll take it. W filter, spend some time on it. Let me know if you guys get any crazy snipes like I just did, man. The next filter we're going over is the pink diamond high-end filter. That's basically what I call these for some reason. It's where you put your color to pink diamond. You're gonna scroll your minimum bid up to 100,000 MT. Put your minimum buyout to 500. I don't think this will be working on PlayStation, but on Xbox it is a manageable scroll. At least it was 10 minutes ago when I just looked up all these filters. It is still manageable. Bob out here for 100. He's not a snipe any longer, which is crazy. So this is basically seeing every pink diamond in the game. This is like working the pink diamond enabled filter. However, you just have to scroll to the 4-hour mark, which is where most snipes will pop up. And then obviously, since there's only a few more, scroll all the way to 24 hours just to make sure that there's nothing sitting up there, man. Obviously, you're looking for any of the expensive pink diamonds on this filter, which there are still quite a few, a little bit of a few. Giannis looks like he's making his way back up in price a little bit. D-Fox I would pass. MJ I would low-key probably definitely pass unless it has some legend badges. Kevin Durant obviously a pickup. Kyrie pass. Paul George is obviously a pickup. I don't know, Dantley is definitely a pickup. That one will probably go up. He's still rare and is the gatekeeper. Adam Morrison I heard is a pickup. I don't know, you'd have to monitor his price. Same with Embiid. I think he's still a snipe, but just monitor. Magic monitor as well, but I'm pretty sure he's a snipe. KG is a pass. Ja Morant's probably a pass. Dirk's a pass. LeBron obviously a pickup. So there's good cards to pick up on here. Shea, Greg Oden's not a snipe. Curry is. Giannis again, monitor. Kareem's not a snipe. Bob's not a snipe. Paul obviously is. Ron, check the pricing, man. Just know the pricing on here, but obviously there's tons of pink diamonds, and as of right now this is a decently working filter that you can use without enabling. It's a bit of a scroll, but it's low-key not bad. I was using when we first started getting the super packs, I was working a 14-16 scroll with cards enabled and was still getting lots of snipes. A lot of people have just assumed pink diamond scroll is cooked and they're done for and they can't afford enabled. So you guys who watch this video will be able to get snipes on here because not a lot of people are working it thinking they just can't afford it and it's too cooked without enabling every card and spending millions and millions of MT. So go through here. The scroll's not bad. It's a 13 scroll, I think. And you guys should get some snipes, man. Just grab the more expensive cards. Obviously, you need to know your market. Don't buy anybody if you're not certain. Try and look up the price and then go back and get the card. And if you're like me and you got this card right here, Richard Jefferson from the ball drop, you can definitely turn on enabled. So that way it's one less scroll. And just make sure that any expensive cards that you're looking to snipe, if you own them and you turn on enabled, send them to your auctions while you're using this filter. Otherwise, they will never pop up. The next filter we're gonna go over is a hard scope filter, man. You can do anybody that you want. I haven't really dropped one of these in a filter video in a while, it feels like. So we're gonna go ahead and include it, man. Any card you want that you want to snipe, man, you can just search their name. Obviously, I recommend doing this with pink diamonds and low-key, like, less expensive pink diamonds, so that way they have more chance to pop up and make it more worth your while. Like Kristaps Porzingis could be a good one. He's a more recent card. There should be a lot of him getting pulled from these super packs, and he's not too expensive, so people won't be too cautious with him, but he'd still be a W snipe. So you put the name whoever you want to do. Dr. J, obviously his name's not Dr. J, but you put in the name, you put in LaMelo Ball, whoever it is, man. Search for him, put the color to pink diamond, put your minimum about to 500, and just keep refreshing. If they pop up for a buyout, you'll see them on here. You'll be able to buy them and resell them for a bid for profit, man. Really good filters. It's definitely a wave to go right now. If you're not trying to enable, you don't want to scroll, whatever the case may be, this is an option for you guys. So I just wanted to throw it out there. You can do any expensive pink diamond that you want. Wembanyama, obviously the way expensive ones are going to be very dry though, so you got to carefully choose who you want to hard scope. I think KP is a good one. LaMelo, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's a good one. Anything like that where you can just snipe it hopefully multiple times in the day and just stack up some profit. The next filter we're going to go over is the Central Division high-end filter, man. For this, you just want to put your division to Central. Leave no color, no theme, no nothing. Raise your minimum bid to 100,000. Put your minimum buyout to 500 and then just refresh. This is another scroll. Obviously, it's not that bad of one. As we were talking about with the enabled cards, man, these cards are all cheap most of the time. Sometimes these cards will get really rare, but if you own them or you want to just buy them, go ahead and do that, which makes this filter 1,000 times better by being able to turn on enabled. But even if you don't want to buy those cards, don't own them, just leave it off. It's literally like a 6 scroll to the 4-hour mark, which again is where most cards will pop up. And then just a few more to get to the 24-hour mark. You don't even have to scroll over there if you don't want to, but obviously there's tons and tons of great cards you can snipe on this filter that are expensive, including Dark Matter, Michael Jordan. I just saw one, I thought it was closer, but I guess not, man. So you got Dark Matter, Michael Jordan, Cade, obviously know the market, LeBron James, Opal, lots of Opals on here, Dennis Rodman. You've got Albert King, I believe, is on here, the new Opal. No, I think he was on the other filter I was gonna drop but didn't put it in here. But you got Ben Wallace, tons of cards you can snipe on here. It's gonna be a bit dry because most of the cards that can pop up are pretty expensive. But you do have some great options on this filter. So if you're looking for really expensive snipes and don't want to just be sitting on Opal, this one actually has some pink diamonds that can and will pop up, as well as have a shot at being able to snipe Dark Matter, Michael Jordan, and some Opal. So this is a really good option for you guys. Just know your market, monitor anybody you're not certain of, like Ron Artest, etc., man. And if you see somebody that's definitely a snipe, grab them as quick as possible and post them for a bid. The next filter we're gonna go over is the diamond cheapest filter, man. For this, you just put your color to diamond, raise your maximum bout up until you find the cheapest diamonds on your console, which looks like they're selling for about 10,000 MT. Obviously, as always, man, I feel like I say this 8 million times a year. Scroll on the cheapest card, which Bogdan for 10k low-key feels too cheap. I guess he dropped. He was a little bit more rare when those packs originally dropped, but I guess not anymore. So you want to scroll with the cheapest diamond up, refresh here. If anybody that you know is more expensive, which I personally don't really know the diamond market that good, but if you know who's more expensive, grab them if they pop up. Obviously you can monitor the price. You can do the trick that I taught you guys in a few snipe filter videos ago, where if you're scrolling at 10, raise your buyout to like 20k and scroll through this list of people so you know which cards you do not want to snipe for 10k. And if it's somebody that's not on this list that you scroll through, if a card not named Mo Williams, Jeremy Lin, Detlef Schrempf pops up, buy it as quick as possible, because you know that it sells for at least over 20,000 and you know it's profit. So you can do that trick. That's probably what I would do if I was going to be working this filter. If anybody that's not at that price point pops up, you want to go ahead and buy them as quick as possible. Otherwise, you want to grab these other cards for about 7,000 MT and below, just to make sure you get profit. If you're on PlayStation, you can maybe do 7,500 or 2.5k cheaper than the cheapest card. Otherwise, on Xbox, you want to give yourself about 3,000 MT difference in profit, so that way you guarantee you do make profit, because Xbox cards are harder to sell, man. But it's still a really good filter. I actually spent a little bit of time on this filter yesterday and got quite a few snipes, so I was pretty surprised. They were all mid snipes, but they just kept on coming through for like 85, 8,000, and this was when the cards were going for 11,500. So W little snipes there, W filter, spend some time on it. Definitely can make some good MT on this filter. The next filter we're gonna go over is the pink diamond cheapest filter. Very similar to the diamond, just put your color to pink diamond cheapest, scroll your maximum bout up, find the cheapest pink diamonds on your console, which are selling for about 32,000 right now. Looks like their price is slowly on their way up a little bit. They were just going for about 31,000. So scroll with the cheapest pink diamond up. Any of the more expensive pink diamonds pop up, like LaMelo, Shea, KP, whoever it may be. There's obviously a ton that are mid-tier, like 60, 50, 70k. It's more expensive, which we just went over some of them on some of the other filters, like Mashburn. Obviously he goes for 50. Chauncey Billups, any of those pop up, man, buy them as quick as possible, resell them for profit, man. If any of these cheaper cards, Brad Miller, Brooke Lopez, Steve Smith, any of those pop up for about 25,000 MT and below, or 6,000 to 7,000 cheaper than the cheapest price you're scrolling on, go ahead and pick them up as well and resell them for profit. I did just spend 1 week sniping on pink diamond cheapest, man. It was actually a W video. We'll pop it up at the end of this video if you guys want to check it out. But pink diamond cheapest is a really good filter to work. A lot of MT to be made on here, so definitely spend some time on this one if you're looking to stack MT. The next filter we're going to go over is the Galaxy Opal filter, man. For this, you just put your color to Galaxy Opal, put your minimum bout to 500, and just keep refreshing. every opal in the game is still a snipe as far as I'm aware. Check pricing guys, but I think 200k is about the lowest I have seen one selling for so far. I just wanted to make sure that super packs that dropped yesterday didn't change that, but it doesn't look like they did. So just keep refreshing here. If anything pops up, man, buy it as quick as possible and you are making MT. Still kind of rare on Xbox. Apparently these super packs haven't done much. I guess the community is super packed out, spend all the VC they're willing to spend, because apparently I've heard the filters have been kind of dry, which kind of makes sense after 3 weeks of straight super packs. But it is what it is. We're gonna have a new set on Friday, thank goodness. I'm looking forward to it. Spend some time on here though. You snipe something, resell it for profit. Hopefully you have better luck if you're on PlayStation, maybe better luck than me if you're on Xbox, but this is time to spend on the opal filter. We've got so many opals in the game now, and it's just, they just got to start popping up a little bit more, man. So hopefully you guys get some snipes on here. Let me know in the comments if you do. And the last filter, of course guys, is the dark matter filter. Still only one dark matter that is snipeable in the game, which is Michael Jordan. Put your color to dark matter, put your minimum about to 500, and just keep refreshing, man. Obviously if he pops up, he still sells for like 1.5 million, so buy him as quick as possible. I think I throw these in here just for the random chance that we get something to pop up in the last 10 seconds of a video. Would be insane, man. That's it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, man. If you did, smash the like button for me, I would appreciate it. If you guys want to see the snipe challenge we did last week, spending 1 week on pink diamond cheapest, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.